Yep.
So then you'll say, you just type in your name, your email address, and then hit enter raffle.
Okay, I hit enter raffle, but it did.
You're definitely the marketing expert here. Feel free to ask me anything marketing related. But really the focus of our training is going to be on those free listings that you guys are receiving. And I already told Meg about this, but we're trying something new actually for our REMAX offices. We're giving away a free sphere campaign today. Some of you guys may have heard of it. Some of you guys may not have yet. But in my opinion, it's our coolest tool. So I would go ahead, if you have your cell phone or your laptop with you, if you head over to adwerxraffle.com/Brian/REMAX and just enter your name in there, you'll be entered in to win a free sphere campaign. So that's pretty awesome. I also put it in the chat box, and I'll show it again at the end of the presentation. We'll pick a winner on this webinar, so you'll be able to see it in the chat box or at the end of the presentation as well. But if you do have your laptops or iPads with you, there's a couple super simple ways to log into your Adwerx account. You guys may not know this, but all of you guys have Adwerx accounts that REMAX set up for you. If you go to maxcenter.com on the applications tab, you'll see an Adwerx tile, and that's going to automatically log you in. Or you can go to remax.adwerx.com, and you'll log in with your @remax.net email address, and that'll get you in as well. So I totally recommend signing in. If you've never signed in before, or you've struggled in the past, go ahead and give it a shot. It'll be the most useful, and you can kind of follow along with me. There's only a few of us on here today, so definitely ask any questions. Stop me if I'm going too quick. But it should be really, really fun, really easy. You guys will get a ton out of it. Like I said, you guys already all are receiving this through the corporate ad fund, so that's pretty awesome. When you log in, you'll see welcome, whatever your name is, and then you'll scroll down and you'll see all your past campaigns, the ones that are running currently, and this is your main dashboard where you're able to make any changes to any of your campaigns. So 3 promises to you today. I'm super passionate about making sure that you guys walk away with some tangible tools that are going to help you win more listings, impress your sellers, increase referral, and increase business. So number 1, that blow away your seller. We're going to automatically run all your ads for you, but there's a couple little things that you could do to really take it next level and make sure that your seller is more likely to refer you to their friends, really impress them and blow them away. We have a listing presentation that's going to help you win more listings, which of course right now are gold and super difficult to win. And then maybe you're a buyer's agent, or you're just looking to really become a marketing expert online where people are looking. We're going to help you never be forgotten. So this is me. This is my sphere campaign. It has all my direct contact info, and I made one for my dog as well, just for fun. So some of my friends will see her when they're online as well. But let's jump right in. Nuts and bolts. This is the current program. So you guys have probably all seen this ad on the right-hand side while you're surfing the web, or when you've been online, or maybe you've seen your email. What's going to happen is when you put that property into MLS, it's going to go to Main Street and automatically make a listing page. And we are fully integrated with the REMAX Main Street. We're going to take that first photo, your headshot, some information about that property. You'll get an email from us letting you know that it's about to run, and voila, what's easier than doing nothing? We're going to promote your property, your name, your face, thousands of times in that first week without you having to do anything. But you are able to customize it, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But you guys are probably saying, like, hey, where are these showing? Like, how are we targeting people? There's 2 main things that we're doing. And I really suggest wholeheartedly that any advertising you do has these 2 main components. 1, they're geo-targeted. So we're going to drop a pin on that address and draw a big 15-mile circle around that property. So every single person who's seeing this ad is located within 15 miles of the property. The reason that is so important is because 80% of homes in America are sold to people that live within 12 miles of that property. So it's highly targeted geographically. That's really exciting. And then we're going to behavioral target people. This is what makes our partnership with RE/MAX so unique, is when people go to Zillow or Trulia or mortgage calculators, home financing, we are going to show them your ad and follow them around. And we've really perfected this way of targeting over the last 5 years. And it just makes sure that every single penny of this advertising is going to exactly who you want. So nothing is wasted. Everybody that's seen it is interested in real estate in your area. So that's pretty awesome. The second thing that's really huge here is that we show on 95% of the internet. So I'm sure all of you guys have boosted a post on Facebook before. You probably all syndicated on Zillow and Realtor and Trulia. That's what every agent is doing. But what if you want your ad to show on ESPN or YouTube or Forbes? I have no idea how to do that myself. Adwerx is going to do that for you. So we're really capturing everybody and anybody, no matter what they use, where they're at on their favorite site. And what that does is going to make it look like you're spending a fortune on advertising, even though you're not. And for example, I talked to a broker a couple of days ago. He had a client with a really modern, architecturally exquisite home. He wanted his property to show on Architectural Digest. And the broker looked into it, found out it was going to cost over $3,000. But he pulls up Architectural Digest, refreshes his page a few times, and boom, that listing ad's already showing there. So if they look on that site, they'll see it there. If they use Yahoo, they'll see it there. Also, RE/MAX pays for you guys to have an exclusive with us on Instagram. So of our 80 partners, only RE/MAX agents ads are showing on Instagram right now. So that is awesome. That's huge. That gives you guys a huge advantage. That make sense so far?
Yes.
Cool. So all that is taken care of for you. You're everywhere. We're going to shine a giant spotlight on your property, your name and face. But here's really promise number one where this comes in. We're going to take it next level. So what we're going to do is you can add your client's email address, their name, their email address, and then you click add here. And you can add the husband, the wife, the grandparents, whoever's involved in the process, you can add yourself. And this is really the number one most important thing you could do to win more business. This is really like what I want you guys to take home, from today's training. Has anybody added their seller's info before?
No. I haven't.
Okay, cool. Well, this is huge then. So two things are going to happen. One, they're going to get this report. This is the first email they'll get from us. Let them know that you're already advertising for them. This is what their ad will look like. And you'll see it says here, home sell faster when you spread the news. And they can click share, and it's going to instantly share to all their friends and family in your area on their Facebook. What is that? An instant endorsement for you as a real estate agent to all their friends and family. It's like, hey, this is so cool. Look what my agent's doing, right? And so that's just free advertising for you. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to target them online wherever they're looking. So this is no other company can do this. What is going to happen is you enter their client's email address on Friday, right? And then they go to do they're watching football on Sunday, their favorite team, maybe the Carolina Panthers, Pittsburgh Steelers. They love the game. They go on ESPN to watch the highlights, and boom, their house is going to be right there on their favorite site next to their favorite team, and they're going to be like, wow, come over here, honey, come check this out. Look at where look where our ad is. They probably never had anything of theirs online before, and all of a sudden they're seeing it on their favorite site. They're going to take a picture, they're going to send it to you, and they're going to get pumped. They know exactly what you're doing. And so those people that are blowing you up all the time, texting you, calling you, saying like, hey, what are you doing? Why isn't the selling faster? We're going to turn those people into, wow, thank you. Like, I know exactly what you're doing. I'm seeing my ad on this huge website. It must cost a fortune. They don't know it's free to you. And to really drive that point home, this is my friend Riley Wilkins. He's a realtor in North Carolina here with us. He sent me this screenshot from his client. It says, hey, man, was checking my fantasy football homepage. Saw your Adwerx ad off to the right-hand side of the page. So awesome. Thanks for getting the word out any way you can. And we get these testimonials, literally stacks of them every day. Wow, everybody at church has been seeing my ad. All my friends at school have been seeing my ad. This one I love. I hope you're well. I just have to say, wow, you're so cool. Technology is awesome. So they don't even know that this is possible. They don't know how you're doing it. It just makes you look like the marketing expert. So I'm going to jump over here. I was using, I don't know if Wendy, friend, is she there, Cindy?
She is not physically here, no.
Okay, cool. Well, hopefully she doesn't mind. I was going to use her account. She has a ton of awesome listings here. And right here you'll see, well, when you sign in, you'll see welcome Wendy or whatever your name is. Remax has already put $10 credit on your account, so that's cool. Right here, this is a property she has running right now. It started Wednesday, June 20th. And it says add your client's email address. All you got to do is click the button, type in, whoever, add them at Gmail, and then hit add. And then you'll see it always sends you a copy of whatever they get to. We're not going to market to them. We're not going to sell their information. All we're going to do is target them on their favorite websites, and they'll see their ad. And by the way, 94% of Remax agents said that this technology alone would help them win more listings. So throw them in there. I think it's the coolest feature. I've literally never heard anybody say they didn't like it. It's super awesome. Their kids grew up in their house. Maybe it was the house they got married in. They have that emotional attachment to it. They're going to see it on their favorite site and boom. The other thing I want to show you guys here is you don't have to do anything, but you can customize these as much as you want by hitting this Manage Campaign button. And you'll see this Edit Ad here. So you'll already see this is already ran about 2,300 times. This is the main spot where you can kind of see all the activity, the views, the clicks, where it's showing on Facebook, Instagram, or on websites. So it looks like in her area, quite a few people are using Facebook and Instagram. About 25% of the population in the United States actively uses it. So we'll hit Edit Ad here real quick. Hold on, my computer hasn't had quite enough coffee yet this morning. And this is your edit your ad page. And this is where you can make any changes you want to it. So maybe you have a renovated kitchen, or you want to show that fenced-in backyard or something like that. This picture is a little bit zoomed out, but maybe she wants to show this property. You can hit change image here and put any image you want. You can change your headshot. You could, the biggest thing here I like to do is, let's say you have like an open house coming up. I love to transition this to like an open house, advertisement. So you can put like open house, Sunday, 1 to 3 p.m. And we'll drive traffic to your open house and your listing page. How long does it usually take you guys to sell a property? Okay, well, maybe you guys sell it quickly, or you want to advertise that it's just sold. I put a just sold corner ribbon on here, and I like to put something like sold, multiple offers, or over asking price, or within 24 hours. And it's like your digital door knocker. People in that neighborhood, in that area, are going to continually see you thousands of times every time you have a listing selling properties where they're at. And people want to go with a real estate agent that they recognize that looks successful. So you're able to make that change too. And of course, maybe you have your own design aesthetic. You can upload your own custom ad as well. So you really have the freedom and the power to do anything you want with these ads. The template works really well, but it's totally up to you. And you also see, if you hit see all ad sizes here, we're going to automatically generate your Facebook and Instagram ads. So that's going to allow you can go ahead and save this image here and post it on your own Facebook. Pretty cool, right? Or you can save this one, post it on your Facebook like you would any photo. So just another way to get a little bit more out of it.
So I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
So my question is, for the Remax trademark branding guidelines, does it allow you to make changes that break those rules?
That's a great question. So the Remax designed this template, and it is designed to encompass as many of the design guidelines as physically possible in the United States and Canada. So some jurisdictions have different rules that are more specific. So you would want to, right here you can see we have the office number, the cell phone number, and of course the brokerage name. So for the most part, that's going to be more than fine, and I think in Maryland that should be fine. But if you do need to add additional information, you would want to come in here and hit edit add. And then just instead of
adding information, I meant where you deleted Remax results and then you pasted it down on that other screen. As long as they put it somewhere, we're good, right? Just for everybody.
So I can't advise you legally on your local laws, but in my experience, for the vast majority of times, like as long as you have the brokerage name on there, and like I think sometimes even it's supposed to be bigger than like your name, you're good to go. So in this case, even if you put it on this line, it's still bigger than your name and it's the most prominent. So in my experience, for the most part, that's just fine, and you can use this headline box to say something else. But I can't like advise you legally.
No, I know. I just meant don't just delete it all together, people.
Oh yeah, I think you definitely need to have your brokerage name on there. So sometimes people will put it in like the footer box, depending on your rules. But yeah, I wouldn't delete it all together. But like maybe you want to advertise like, you know, renovated kitchen up here. I think as long as you have it on this line for the most part. Really, New Jersey is the only one that has really, really crazy laws depending on which county. So it just depends on your area, but typically this would work just fine. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, cool. The other thing I want to show you is many of you guys may have your own website or your own listing pages or your virtual tours. So you are able to, these ads automatically are going to go to the Remax listing page, but you can change that again by hitting Manage Campaign. And this destination page button right here, you'll see if you click View, it goes to the Remax listing page. If you hit Edit, this allows you to copy and paste whichever link you want to put in here. So if you have your own website and you want other people to see all your listings and your reviews, your testimonials, all that good social proof stuff, you are able to copy and paste that here. And then, of course, send report to your client. You could add that here as well, all that good stuff.
So if you copy and paste your own, then it does not go to the Remax one?
No, so it'll go to whichever page you want.
But not both.
So let's say like Wendy had her own website, friend.com/ then the listing 86, Appaloosa. You can send it there if you wanted to. And then when people click on the ads, because we're all about exposure-based marketing, but people do click on the ads, they can go to your website instead of the Remax listing page.
Right.
The Remax listing page works great. It's just if you have your own website, your own aesthetic, you can do that as well. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Cool. So let me just take a quick break here. Did anybody else have any questions? Or it's pretty simple. We're really known for being user-friendly. All right, awesome. So I will jump into promise number 2, how to win your next listing presentation. Every single day people tell me they lost their last 2 listing presentations. How do I stand out as a real estate agent? There's 2 million realtors in the country, right? So I had a guy just yesterday, he was like, look, I already boost post on Facebook and I send out flyers and I syndicate on Zillow and Trulia. And I'm like, yeah, everybody does that. So like, how are you going to win your next listing presentation? Adwerx is your secret weapon. This is something that you can do that nobody else can, right? So here's a little script we put together that really drives that home, and it works every time. I'm going to show your home thousands of times across Facebook, Instagram, mobile devices, and 95% of the web to highly targeted people that are in the market to buy real estate within a 50-mile radius of your home. On top of that, I'm going to send you automatic reporting that shows you how many views, likes, clicks, and comments you've received. I challenge you to ask agents following me what they're going to do to market you online. So you got this great plan, right? You already are the marketing expert. You know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to put their property thousands of times in front of people in their area interested in real estate. Who else can do that? And also, to really take that next level, you guys probably all have your little marketing binders that you use when you go to presentations. You'll notice right here, there's a listing presentation PDF that you can print out or hand out to your client. Even people that aren't tech savvy, this really makes it easy to understand. So give me a second. You guys all have this on your account too. So this says right here, what's that?
Is this webinar recorded where people that aren't here today can watch this?
It is recorded, so I can send you the recording, or we can always set up a second one for the people who aren't there, or we do set up like quarterly workshops that we'll customize for your office.
Yeah,
so
it's scheduled for September, but I was just trying to get it today.
Okay, cool. And so I'll send you an email when I get done, when we get off the call, and we could I'll send you the recording. I'll send you the listing presentation. Anybody who wants that like script, definitely send me an email. I'll shoot it over to you, and we'll figure out what works best.
So this is the listing presentation that we're looking at now?
Yep. So
okay.
You'll see it gives a brief description about the kind of sites we show on, which is like literally everything: Forbes, CNN, YouTube, you name it. It talks about how we target people. They've searched for homes, mortgage calculators, moving companies. And then where we'll show. And then here's the sample marketing report your clients will receive from us. It'll actually send them a screenshot of where their ad was shown, how many views, how many clicks, and if there's somebody likes it on Facebook or Instagram or comments on it, they'll receive that as well. And then a little bit of information about like how busy the real estate market is on any given day. So it just makes it super simple to explain it to your clients exactly what you're doing.
Where do you access that from?
Okay. Cool. So biggest takeaways from the listing ads, those are free. Definitely adding your client's email address. It's going to be magic when they see. What?
I got it. Okay. Never mind. She got it.
Okay. Definitely a big takeaway, adding that client's email address. That's going to have the biggest impact on the way that they perceive you as an agent. That's going to make them way more likely to recommend you. And then, of course, having that plan for being that marketing genius online showed up to your listing presentation prepared. Those are the two big takeaways for the listing ads.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if you don't have any listings, you log into Max Center, into Adwerx, and where would you find this, that last screen where you to get this listing presentation? So this is not from a listing, it's just where?
Yeah, so all of you guys, when you log in through Max Center, you'll see welcome. This is your main dashboard. Listing presentation is this fourth option under quick links.
Oh, okay.
So let me pull up, I have Meg's account up here, I believe, still. Yep. So she's had a ton of listings in the past. Each one of these represents thousands and thousands of times her name and face has been shown, but she doesn't have any active right now. She still has the listing presentation PDF on here.
Great.
Cool. So you guys might be thinking like, hey, like I'm mostly a buyer's agent or I'm buying and listing agent, or how do I really like market myself online just in general in my communities? And that gets us to really the zip code targeting. So this is important for like everyone. This is going to put you face to face with those people interested in real estate in your area. It's probably the most popular tool by far for RE/MAX agents. And it's just a way to look like the top agent, the top team in your area. So you guys probably all know who the top agent is in your area. Are they in your office?
Yes.
Oh wow, awesome. Okay, cool. So, and really the thing that I always think about is like branding isn't alone going to guarantee that you're successful, but every successful and major team is going to be branding themselves. And everybody knows who they are because you see them everywhere. So that's what the zip code ads are designed to do. We're going to identify people in your market who are looking at real estate, and we're going to hand them your business card thousands and thousands and thousands of times a month. It is just really great for reaching potential clients and building that recognition. So in the past, people have used like calendars and flyers knocked on people's doors, bus benches, you name it, grocery carts. The problem is those people aren't looking at real estate when they see your ads. These people are all interested in real estate. So the reason it's so important, anybody have a guess at what percentage of people hire the first agent they talk to?
80.
Oh, you're so close. According to the NAR, 77% of people hire the first agent they contact. So that's why it's super important to be in front of them. Like those home valuations, those brochures, like people want to be as anonymous as possible while they're looking for properties, and there's no shortage of online resources. So we need you to be in front of them when they're ready to reach out, and they just want somebody to let them in the door. And again, we're going to behavioral target them. Same if you're looking at, vacations or cruises, you'll start seeing ads for Expedia. We're really awesome at doing that for real estate. And then probably the biggest thing is website retargeting. We'll do this too. And this is what Amazon does, so it's a good idea. But you guys have probably all looked at shoes or something, jewelry on Amazon, and then started seeing those ads on Facebook of the exact same shoes, or seen them on eBay or something. That's website retargeting. So we're going to follow around anybody interested in you. By the way, 70% of people Amazon retargets ends up buying those shoes. And it makes them we make real estate agents 1,000 times more likely to be Googled organically when they've been retargeted for several weeks. So that's huge. The way these work, these are just some random ones I had pulled up. But the web spots, there's 5 in each zip code and 5 mobile spots in each zip code. Once they're sold out, we don't sell anymore. And they're going to show the web spots 10,000 times each per month to people looking at real estate on PCs and laptops. Those tend to be really serious buyers and sellers. I sit at the kitchen table with their girlfriend or their parents taking those virtual tours. The mobile spots are going to show on smartphones, iPads, and tablets. Those are the people driving around neighborhoods with the Remax app. The new Remax app is awesome. The Zillow or Trulia app. Then they're on their way home. They're going to see your ad on Facebook, or they're going to see your ad on Instagram. So we're just going to follow around those people no matter what device they're on. And the real reason, the real magic that this happens is I worked with a lady, Ann Lawrence, in Chicago. She's premier agent on Zillow. And she gave me a ring. And she was like, Zillow headquarters just reached out to me and said you were being picked 70% of the time, no matter who we put you next to or what order you're in. And they're like, that's not supposed to happen. This doesn't happen to regular agents. What are you doing that's different? And she was just buying out the zip codes that she was buying out on Zillow. She bought them on Adwerx. And people just recognized her. And they want to work with that agent who looks like the boss in that area. And people want to pick the person that they're familiar with, that they trust. And how do we do that is by putting, the same headshot to all those people in her area, and then they see her on Zillow. It's going to make her look like the biggest agent ever. And these are super simple to set up. All you're going to do is go over to your main dashboard, click Start New Campaign. So I'm going to use Wendy here. And then you guys are in Frederick, Maryland, right? We'll hit check availability. Okay, so we'll pull up a lot of the information automatically. And then these are some of the zip codes that have pulled up. Let me know, are these really the main areas that you guys work in?
Yeah.
So it looks like the 21701, 21774 are pretty popular. It looks like all these are pretty popular. So nobody's on mobile here. So that gives you a really big opportunity to kind of dominate that zip code on the mobile devices. Is there another zip code you guys wanted me to look up or that you guys work in?
D30540.
230, you said 23 what?
30540. Correct, yeah.
Ooh, so that one looks really popular. There's only the one mobile spot and 2 web spots left.
Okay.
Any other ones?
So those are per week fees or month?
What was that? I'm sorry.
In the blue box, the dollar amount, what is that for how much duration?
Yeah, so each one of these web spots represents 10,000 impressions per month. So this is the price if you went quarterly. Remax pays for all their agents to get the biggest discount we offer. So this would be the per month price if you did quarterly. It's actually a little bit cheaper if you went annually. So let me just show you that real quick. That's the easiest way. So let's say most people are going to go with at least one web and mobile, so you're across platforms, but you can get as many spots as you want. Some brokers or agents will buy out all 10 so nobody else can advertise in their community. We'll hit edit your ad. This takes, gosh, about 1 minute to set up. My computer will hustle with me. You're going to want to use the same tagline you use on like your business cards or your marketing materials. I like something like buy or sell with confidence. I'll show you how. Or like you can do something like thinking of a move, call your #1 real estate agent or 5-star rated. And then, of course, I like having what I call a call to action in this box, something that says learn more or click here. It's really going to boost that click-through rate. And then you would just hit next. Whenever you customize it any way you want, again, you can upload your own ad. Tell us which website you want it to go to when people click on. So it looks like Wendy has her own web page. And that's it. You're all set up. So if I can get there, we're chugging along. Okay, here we go. So you'll see, to answer your question, we do quarterly campaigns. Those are 25% off for Remax agents, so pretty substantial. So you'll see for both the web and mobile spot 30540. For all 3 months, it would come to about $300. Annual is obviously going to be the biggest discount, so I always recommend that. That's 48% off what the average agent pays. So it's pretty big. So you go annual as well. So again, these are really popular for just building your name and face recognition in your community and just being the first agent people think of.
So I'm confused. So if, let's say all the Frederick zip codes get sold out and I'm not one of the people that bought them, how does my self get out there then if all the zip codes are taken? If I don't have a listing?
So the listing ads are different. Those work, within that 15-mile radius we talked about. So those are going to be targeting people around that specific property. These are just to market yourself in general online to people interested in real estate in that zip code. So if they're completely,
I get the 15-mile radius, but the person that owns the zip code gets kicked out of that area then?
So the person who owns the zip code, this is like their digital business card, right?
Right.
So their ad is still going to be shown possibly to the same people. It depends on how many people live in that area and how many people are looking at real estate. But your listing ads are going to show to people looking at real estate within a 15-mile radius. This is to target people in specific zip codes.
So we're basically competing. So if I have a listing, 15-mile radius around my listing, me and Wendy are going to show up on their ads.
It's possible to round robin with another agent. It really depends on how many people in that area, but we're going to be following around the same people. So let's say Joe is looking at real estate in your area. He's going to see your listing ad multiple times, 7, 8, 9 times. It's the repeated exposure that's really going to build that, that permanent memory with him. And if he clicks on it, we're going to retarget him even further. So you're going to continue to stay in front of Joe.
Okay,
so let's see. I'll just open up the Wall Street Journal real quick. I look at real estate all the time.
Can we take it one step further and say there's 10 houses for sale on the street that my listing is, and there's 10 different agents, and they all use Adwerx? Let's hypothetical. All 10 of us are going to get the same 15-mile radius, right?
That's correct.
So
for them, it's only a business card.
So it's.
Yeah. Well, how many people live in like Fredericksburg, Maryland, though? It's probably tens and tens of thousands of people, right?
Yes, a ton.
So the likelihood that we're targeting, this small population and everybody's seeing the same ad is pretty unlikely because there's tens of thousands of people looking at real estate in that area.
But a 15-mile radius to my listing, there's 100 houses in that 15-mile radius. All them people with the Adwerx ads are going to be targeted to the same 15-mile radius people, right?
They're going to be overlapping?
It is possible that one person may see two listings. That's correct, but we're mostly going to follow around the same people. I don't really hear a lot that the same person is seeing multiple agents listing ads, but it is definitely possible. In the same token, like if you have 5 listings all at once in the same neighborhood, it's possible that neighbors in that community are seeing your different properties. In my experience, there's like usually, unless it's a very rural or lake or vacation community, there's more than enough like exposure to go around for different people.
So we just had another question. So Allie wants to know, it's her listing, and her Adwerx ad is for her listing, but someone else's
Picture could be there.
picture. So would they see both pictures at the same time?
Do you mean like could you put like 2 people's photos like in the headshot?
No. Just a searching person. Would they see Allie's picture because it's her listing as well as, say, Wendy's picture because it's her zip code? Or will they only see one at a time at random?
Okay, so that's a great question. So it depends on the website, like where they have ad space and how much ad space they have. So I'm just going to open up Yahoo real quick, hopefully real quick. And you'll notice there's like ad space right here. And there's usually like a web ad right here as soon as it loads. So what happens is there's lots and lots of companies who are bidding on ad space, especially on major websites. So not to get too much in the weeds here, but Adwerx is going to bid on like this ad block when it shows up here. And whoever bids the most on that particular spot, that's the ad that's going to show. So it's likely that like Wendy's ad will show here and then like Alexis ad would show here. In this case, Kimberly, actually, so I just went to Yahoo. Kimberly's ad showed as the banner and the web ad here. So we won both of these spots. So it is possible to win both spots. So in this case, she has 2 ads running here, which is nice.
That's an ad. That's not.
Can you guys see that?
We can, but what I'm asking you on a particular listing, these are, okay, so you see the, whose face shows on the actual property listing? The listing agent or someone that has bought into the zip code?
It's going to depend on who we're like following around. So the zip code in the 15-mile radius is different. Is it possible for both their ads to show on the same page? That would be possible if we won both those spots and it happened that one person was being targeted by 2 different agents. But for the most part, we're going to be targeting different people. And if you think about it, like one day somebody's looking at real estate, we'll follow them around for about 3 weeks, but we're always finding new people that are looking at real estate in that area. So it's not like the same group of people we're always targeting. So like if Joe starts looking at real estate today, he's going to be targeted by, so Meg's ad's not running anymore, he would be targeted by Wendy.
So this is where you're very similar to Zillow, correct?
Well, Zillow is a lead gen company, and they sold like 13 times more leads last year than homes sold in America. We're a branding and marketing platform, so we're really just trying to make you locally famous. It increases business, but we're kind of the opposite of Zillow. We're brand recognition. Zillow is lead generation.
That I understand. But if I'm paying, I don't want anybody else on my listing. But that's not what's going to happen here, right?
So you're saying, like, if somebody goes to ESPN, you don't want them to see your listing and another agent's listing.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is let's just go back to the 1 week that we have this system free as a RE/MAX agent.
Yep, that's it.
So that particular week, somebody else could be, I mean, I want my listings exposed as much as possible, but tell me how that works. That first week, what are you doing for RE/MAX agents for that first week that we don't have to do anything? It just happens automatically.
Yep. So let me go back here. So this first week, what happens is you guys are going to win a listing. Awesome. You put it in MLS, and it goes to RE/MAX Main Street, makes a page. We're going to integrate with RE/MAX Main Street. So we're going to take the first photo that you have on there, your headshot, bed and bath, and it's going to look just like this. Then we're going to drop a pin on that house and draw a 15-mile circle around it and show your ad to people who are looking at real estate, whether it be moving companies or home financing or Zillow or RE/MAX. It could be anything. And then we're going to follow them around on whatever their favorite site is, 95% of their web. So that all happens automatically. You guys don't have to do anything. Does that answer your question, I hope?
That does answer my question. What I'm having a problem with is setting up my profile. Can you tell me where to go to do that?
So you already have an account.
Right.
You could access it either through the Adwerx tile on Mac Center under applications, or you could go to remax.adwerx.com and log in with your @remax.net email address. And then you'll get to a page that looks like this. It says, "Welcome, Wendy." And I'll have all your past ones. Each one of these represents, thousands of times that your ad ran. You could edit them. You could add your seller's information, so they'll be targeted. And then, of course, if you wanted to do zip code advertising, you could do that here by hitting Start New Campaign. Or Sphere, which is the raffle one.
She should set up somewhere else, or is her Lead Street profile her profile?
Because it's not including my website.
So would it be account settings? Where would she go to edit that stuff?
So, like, let's say you wanted to use, like, your personal Gmail or something as your account instead?
Yes, and I want to use my website. I want my website mentioned.
Okay, so there's two things that you could do. Let's say you didn't want to use your RE/MAX email address. You would go to adwerx.com, and you'll scroll down. So this is our homepage, and then here's our partners, and you would want to click on the RE/MAX balloon. Let's see, where is it?
Inside.
Here it is. You're almost down to the right. Down.
Oh, there it is. Or you would go to remax.adwerx.com, but you want to be in the RE/MAX portal, and then you would just make an account here. But if you were using, basically, if you wanted to change the website your ads went to, you would hit Manage Campaign, and there's a destination page button here. If you click it, these are automatically set to go to the RE/MAX listing page. If you want to change it, you just hit Edit Destination Page, and then you'll copy and paste the website you want it to go to. So if you have your own website, which Wendy does, you would just type in or copy and paste the web page you want it to go to, and then hit Save, and then it would go to your website.
Thank you.
And I'm running a little bit short on time, so let me just cover the last thing and then do the raffle so I can make sure one of you guys go home with the free Sphere campaign. So the last tool, and I think really the golden child, if you guys were at R4, you saw Jed and Brian Buffini talk about it, is the Sphere targeting. And this is designed to increase your referral business. Basically gives you the power to tell us who you want to show your ad to. And the reason is, according to the NAR, 89% of the people they surveyed said that they would recommend or use their agent again. and less than 12% of people actually do. So what you could do is upload a list of between 100 and 5,000 email addresses, and we'll show your ad specifically to those people. So this is probably my favorite slide, but you can upload a list of your family and friends. That's great for new agents, or I had somebody upload their the school directory from their kid's school. So instead of just being Jennifer's mom, you're Jennifer's mom, the real estate agent. For cold leads, the 6 months to a year out buyers, instead of remembering to text and call them all the time, throw them in your sphere campaign and we'll stay in front of them throughout the month. And then, of course, past and current clients, where your biggest referral base is, throw them in your sphere campaign and we'll stay in front of those people. So people have something like, let me buy you a cup of coffee, or let's meet up, for a drink, or happy holidays from your favorite realtor. Cold leads, like people will have like something like thinking of a move, let me help. Or friends and family, it can be as personal as you want. And these are really easy to set up as well. They're the third option here on the home page. So you just hit ads for your sphere. And again, we'll type in your name and your city. Bear with me. So, and it doesn't really matter which city you put in. It can be anyone you want, but we'll just auto-populate a lot of the information for your ads. And of course, you can customize these any way you want as well. So we'll go ahead and just hit select with her headshot. And then, so I gave you some examples. People upload lists from like their church or their charity or their dart league, whatever you want. And of course, you can upload your ad. You can change it as often as you want. I'm not sure who is the one asking, but this is where you would put in your website that you want it to go to when people click on it. So you could choose any site you want it to go to, whether it's your business Facebook page or your own website or your reviews and testimonials. And then you just upload a list. You can literally log into your Gmail, your Yahoo, your iCloud, or copy and paste emails. We make it super easy. I have a file here I'll just upload real quick. So maybe you have a list of people you send anniversary cards to, or your Christmas list of people you send Christmas cards to. It can be whatever you want. Maybe you just log into your Gmail. I wouldn't spend too much time like perfecting a list. I would kind of do it as you go. But you could always delete, edit, change, upload your new list as long as it's less than 5,000 contacts. We'll automatically get rid of the duplicates, so you don't have to worry about targeting people more than once. And then, of course, we do quarterly campaigns on that. Those are 25% off. They do come with a free trial if you've never tried it before, 3 days. Or they're 40% off annual. I think usually this is the safest, since you pretty much always want to be in front of your referral base. If I was an agent, this is the first thing I would do. So I know I'm running out of time. I know that was quick. That was quicker than I usually like to do it, but real quick. As for your listings, those are normally $60 a week. Remax Corporate pays for that for free for that first week, so that's awesome. Ads for your sphere designed to boost referral business. You guys get a substantial discount on that. And then ads for your zip code is designed to build your brand recognition for those areas, those communities you're trying to lock down.
What is the cost after the first week?
For the first week of a listing ad?
After the first week.
So it's normally $60 a week. Remax gets a discount on that if you want to add additional weeks. It's actually $36, and you'll get 7,000 impressions per week.
Okay.
So I do want to mention, anybody who purchases an annual campaign in the next 48 hours will get an additional $40 credit to their account. Just shoot me an email. If you haven't entered in the raffle, you can do it from your phone or your computer. Super suggest doing the raffle. So it's about $300 for a quarterly sphere for most agents. So one of you guys will get that for free. So let me give you a second to join that if you'd like. I would, why not?
So
You can upload a CSV file for your contacts, right? You said.
That's correct, exactly.
And that price back there for the listings after the first week was per week.
If you wanted to add an additional week, it would be $36. And the more weeks you add, it actually gets even cheaper than that. So let me bounce over here. You'll see that right under Manage Your Campaign, there's an Add Weeks button. So if it's a luxury property or tough to sell one, or you want to sell, advertise it as just sold or something, or coming soon, you could add additional weeks if you wanted. You would just hit this Add Weeks button, and this is the pricing to add additional weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a raffle winner if you guys are ready.
No, wait. What was the slash after Brian? Brian slash what?
Remax.
Go back. Can you go back and show that?
Yeah. Oops. So it's just adwerxraffle.com/Brian/Remax. You just type in your name, your email address, and a raffle.
There's one of 3.
And now you're one of
So
6.
you guys caught on.
So let's see. Let me go here. Give me 1 second.
So we're not getting money.
adwerxraffle.com/Brian/Remax. Awesome. Okay, let's pick a winner. Okay. Okay, Meg, you're the winner. Congratulations. Are you there, Meg?
Hey, she doesn't count then.
You gotta be
present.
there to win.
Gotta be present.
Sorry.
She was on here. She was the first one on here. Let me see. Is she still on?
Christmas was last year in December.
Meg, are you still on? It looks like your mic was muted.
Okay, I'm muted.
Darn it!
Is that you, Meg?
Yes, I can see you. Can you not see me?
No, I can't see you anymore. But you won the quarterly smear. It sounded like some of your coworkers were trying to redraw there. But Meg, if you wouldn't mind, shoot me an email at bpasternak@adwerx.com. Is the quickest thing, and I'll reach out to you and I'll put credit on your account and we'll get you set up with a free smear campaign. Cool?
Cool.
Okay, awesome. Anybody else? My whole job, I'm the senior corporate office trainer here at Adwerx for Remax. Definitely shoot me a text or call me anytime you need help getting set up or making changes or logging into your account. Or shoot me an email and I'm always happy to reach out.
And you're gonna email me the webinar, right?
Yep. Email webinar Cindy. Yep, I'll shoot that over to you. I hope it was helpful, and hopefully you guys learned at least one or two things today. Otherwise, have a great rest of the week, and I will see you guys later.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.